ridiculous how we ready? Okay. Well, good morning, everyone here, and good morning to the people watching us on YouTube. Uh, it's a rainy day, but beautiful day. Hopefully, the rain will just disappear later, and the sun will come out to shine bright upon us. So today, our topic is going to be non-judgment. You know something? I kind of love having you right there. Yes, because it's always like, always I have to, go to the side. But having you right there is like super cool. Yes, I like that. I like that spot. Like, yes, I really like it. Well, and yesterday, Dr. Trent, welcome in, Missy. It's so great to see you, and you're looking so good. So nice. Yes. So yesterday, Dr. Trent and I were able to participate in a mindfulness series that the Brownsburg Public Library is doing. It was a very unique experience, I believe, for both of us. We were able to experience how mindfulness can definitely change, like, can you just tell them a little bit? Because I'm gonna start like again if I.
So at the library, they have different activities for the kids, right? Different ages. So they have mindfulness activities for the kids. So they have mindful growing. So
Yes.
they teach the kids how to plant the gardens and be mindful at the same time. Mindful painting, all the activities that help them to calm their minds and be at peace. So anyway, so they invite us
You for the class? You for the class? You can grab a cushion right there and sit.
I have 4 children, very cute, age 11 and
12. Yeah. Can go.
Grade 7 and 8.
Welcome.
So cute. And then, some of them signed up because of curiosity. But there's one young girl who signed up because she said she had stress in her life. That touched my heart.
We both look at each other like 12-year-old. Yes.
Should not have stress. 12 years old should have a peaceful, loving life growing up. Right?
Yeah.
So she came in, and from the beginning, from the way she walked inside,
it was like this.
And her reason for being there was to find a way to help her. 12 years old, and I said, I wish I had thoughts like that
at that age. Yeah.
So anyway, so we literally saw the change in her face from the beginning to the end. So were you guys running that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
So I gave a little bit about the theory, and Jasmara guided the session. We literally saw this girl's face change from the beginning to the end. So we were able to bring the smiles out of her. At the end, she felt relaxed, and she started to smile.
To smile and share whatever she was feeling, and.
Picture of you smile, and I'll share that picture.
But it was very rewarding. Yes.
It was that one session that start someone's be on the right path. So hi.
What's your name?
I'm Sam.
Sam, welcome. Don't worry, we're all late. We're just starting. Don't worry about it. Yes. Yes, like 2 minutes before, so we're good here.
This is your first time here? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my name is Trent, and
I'm just Mara.
We are teachers here.
Yes.
We have another teacher.
Yeah.
People come and go, and they learn the techniques and the daily life. Rachel, Carla, and Rebecca, they're all my patients and stuff.
Yes.
And they can share with you afterwards. But I think, would you agree that mindfulness meditation helps you a lot in coping with your illnesses?
Oh, yes.
So,
But it was yesterday was and this is Paula. She's our youngest member, my mini me right here, my right hand always. Since she's like 3 and practicing, and she had led us into meditation once already here at the center. Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what, yes, I agree. I would have had that when I was younger.
If you ask her, if you have a conversation with this little one right here about those things and how she can cope with certain things that she sees her peers not being able to cope healthy, you will be amazed. And I never thought of at the beginning when she was younger, because I started like exploring a little bit of meditation and mindfulness in 2016. And she was very little. So everything that I was doing, she will do it with me. And at the beginning, I never thought of it as the benefits that she could get out of my practice. I never thought of anything until probably last year that she started like showing more interested, and I started like taking classes to get certified and prepare myself and all that, and that's where I said like, oh my God, now this had made a difference, real difference between her and everybody else that she has around. And it's hard also because some kids can be a little bit hard. And she had been kind of bullied before because she's too kind. But it doesn't matter, right? Because we always do the right things and send them good wishes, right? And compassion, because those are the ones that needs it.
Hurt people hurt people.
Oh, yes.
and how did you find out about this?
I just Googled like meditation, mindfulness or something. This came up.
That's super nice. That's super nice.
Better
And you
yeah, a little bit, but it's always different
Yeah.
techniques or that kind of stuff. So usually I just try on my own.
Yes.
it's much better in the kids. We teach the mindfulness.
Yep.
So it has been studied in major universities like Harvard, Stanford, we know that it brings
Yeah.
I would recommend reading the book. Now, meditation in action. No, realizing change. It's been a while since I
Realizing that one,
change.
yes.
Vipassana
In action.
really good book.
Yep.
It's not a meditation. Is that the same as
Mindfulness meditation. I mean, mindfulness meditation is the first basic step
Of Vipassana. Yep.
So Vipassana the 4 stages. So the basic is when we use our we bring awareness to our senses first.
We can, okay, yes, we can do this recap. Yes, we always like to. Judgment, that's perfect.
So the first step is to bring the awareness and so we go from here down, so the mind, eyes, the ears, the mouth. So the mind controls the rest. So when you see with your eyes, see things. Some people see things but not see. So and then when you feel, some people see that thing but they feel negative or feel positive. So that's the second step. Be aware of your feelings with what you see, feel, what you speak, feel with your body. You bring the awareness to where so gradually through practice, and then first step of the pattern is supreme awareness to our mind. You bring that and the wisdom. So you only achieve that through practice. You will get to that level of wisdom that only the people who practice. Because we have to have it's nice when you get there. I don't think I'm not there yet, but I think I'm about in the second stage when I'm aware of what I feel and negative, positive, but already I'm feeling happy with that. So just imagine if you get to the next step, how happy you can be. And I think that's maybe the Dalai Lama or someone like him who have been practicing
all their lives,
all their lives, they feel that, but we are not there yet. So that's what we hope.
Yes. And today our topic is going to be, we try to each Saturday to take a topic and focus on that topic and how that correlates with mindfulness and how we can apply it on our daily life and our daily practice and all that. So today we are going to be talking about non-judgment. And non-judgment is the first attitude or attitudinal foundation of mindfulness practice. And when we talk about non-judgment, I know a lot of things might just pop up quickly, and maybe I'm not sitting correctly. Maybe my posture is not straight. My back is like, I don't know. Or I feel too tight. No, Rebecca, I'm not talking about you. And she's like, oh. So, and that's bringing judgment towards yourself and towards your present moment. And that will not help you focus through your practice because you're already sitting here and I'm here talking, but here you are like, oh, maybe I need to sit more like her. Let me see how she moves to see if I can just stay still like she's doing. Or should I put my hands like this? Should I rest them like that? Should I just go like this? What should I do, And that just brings you stress because you're being very judgy of yourself or of the position where you are right now when we are about to practice fully non-judgmental practice. And when I said non-judgmental, it's not us looking to the side and judging the other people here or the people that we bump into in our lives. Is being judgmental towards ourselves, towards our thoughts while we're practicing, towards our posture, like I was mentioning before, and towards many things, because we don't know how to be observant of our lives, of our thoughts. And that is something that we learn in mindfulness through a lot of practice. The more you practice, the more you'll become aware of how judgy you can be with yourself, and how just to maybe take a step back a little bit and just be like, oh, okay. Right now I'm thinking like, oh, maybe this leg is like bothering me. I should try to see how I'm gonna sit, but it's okay. I'm just gonna adjust myself, and I'm not gonna let this thought distract me, and I'm not gonna be judgmental about this thought that I'm having right now. Because sometimes we have discomfort, we have aches, something is bothering us. For us here, the majority of us have some autoimmune disorder, or a couple, and or an umbrella, like I like to say. I carry my umbrella very nicely. I said it's a purple and everything. I color it and everything. Yes. So it's hard, just to be here and not to think and not to be judgmental about your immediate thoughts. It's not about what you're thinking, along the way, or maybe the ideas that pop up when we are meditating sometimes, because that had happened to me before. And I said to myself, you're not supposed to be thinking about that right now. Remember, you're practicing. No, that's not the way. The way that was me before. Now that I'm more in depth into practicing, I can just take a deep breath, focus on the sensation of the breath coming in and out of my body, and I can just let that judgment pass, because I'm not putting my energy there. I'm not putting my focus or my attention on that judgmental thought that I'm having at that moment. I'm just okay with it, observing it, and accepting that sometimes, that happened, because that's part of our natural, our nature, let's just say it that way, the nature of being human. We are going to experience that. We grow up and we are raised in such a judgmental world that it's hard for us not to put judgment on ourselves. But sometimes that judgment that we pass to ourselves is awfully hard, and we damage ourselves, and we then start having issues with our confidence, our self-esteem, the way we look at our body, because we're judging all the time, everything and everything in us and everything around us. So when we talk about our thoughts coming and going and something about mindfulness, we talk about our monkey mind. And meditation is not about you having a mind clear of thoughts. That's another wrong judgment that we do, because we think we have to have nothing. Our mind needs to be blank. We cannot think about nothing. And when we focus our attention, our energy, and everything while we're practicing and having a clear mind, a mind without thoughts, it's impossible to relax. Impossible, because you are putting that stress in your body, that heaviness in your body, that you should have that mind clear. And if I'm not doing it like that, I'm doing it wrong, and that judgment comes towards you. And that just take away everything positive that the practice can bring to yourself. So today we're going to practice, begin our sitting practice. And I would like to invite you to just Get comfortable. You don't have to sit down with your legs crossed. If you need to straighten your legs, go ahead. Fix yourself, adjust, make sure that your hips are and your sit bones are comfortable. And I want to invite you to take a deep inhale through the nose and a long, low exhale through the nose. Inhaling deeply, exhaling slowly and longer. Begin taking a couple of deep cleansing breaths. You can gaze to the floor or maybe close your eyes if you haven't done so. Let's invite our intention of non-judgment into our practice for today. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just noticing the sensations on the tip of your nose. How the air comes in and out. Noticing if there's any tightness in your body. Breathing in. I am breathing in. Breathing out. I am breathing out and I'm aware of my thoughts. Let your body just be here. As we become observant of our thoughts, sending love, acceptance, and understanding to each of those thoughts that arise. Knowing that it's okay not to react or respond to them at this moment. Breathing in. I am breathing in. Breathing out. I am aware I'm breathing out. With each out breath, I release the tension of my body. Letting go of all judgment towards myself, Invite in love and awareness to shower each of you. From the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. Knowing that at this moment, there's no need for immediate reaction towards anything that arises on us or within us. This is just a beautiful and unique moment for each of us to experience the uniqueness of life. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice if any thought arises. Creates a distraction for you. Remember, you can always come back home to the breath. Inviting a sense of peace, self-compassion. As we recharge our bodies together with this beautiful and magical energy that we all share in this room. Breathing in, feeling our whole body with life force energy. Releasing with each out breath all that we don't need in this moment. Letting go of the goal, what we have planned for today. And opening our hearts with gratitude. As we embrace our individual uniqueness. Showing appreciation for our bodies. The people in this room, our surroundings. Slowly breathing in. Breathing out. Inviting the sense of relaxation and calmness. To accompany you through all your day. letting your light shine. As we unite in one big orb of light, connecting with each other, and with nature. Remember that if you find your mind wandering or having any judgmental thoughts, you can always come back home to the breath. You can always come back home to yourself. Now I'm going to invite you to slowly bring your awareness back into the room. Taking a deep, deep, deep inhale and letting all that air out as you open your eyes and smile to this beautiful moment. Well, that was our first part of our practice today. I'm not gonna do the self-massage part. I'm gonna lead us to stretch a little bit here before we just stand and practice our walk-in meditation. So with that said, let's just put our legs straight up forward. And just rest the palms of our hands on our thighs. And as we inhale, we lift our palms up to the sky, gazing up toward the tip of our fingers. And as we breathe out, we come down. If you cannot touch your feet, it's okay. Try to keep your back straight so you can feel that stretch. You can just maybe from here rock your knees a little bit. You can bend your knees also and just use your feet, maybe paddling to stretch those arms and the back. And as we breathe in again, we come back up. And as we breathe out, we let our right hand, the palm of our hand, just get to the floor as we stretch our laterals here. If we gaze to the floor, we stretch also our neck muscles, those tiny muscles that are there. Breathing in through our ribs. Breathing in and going to center, taking a deep inhale here. And exhale into our left side. Take a couple of deep inhales here. You can move your head along with your breath slowly. Deep inhale, arms goes up. Exhale, they come down. Now let's just grab our left leg and cross it over our right. And we'll just deep inhale. Arms goes up, and then our right arm, left arm goes behind. Our right one goes in front of our left ones. So we can give our spine a little bit of love here. With each exhale, try to twist a little bit more and look up to your left shoulder. One more breath here. We let go. shake a little bit here, and then we do the same thing on the other side. Grab our right one. Our right arm goes behind. We can use our right arm always just to give us support on our back so our back can be straight, right? And then we'll grab the left one and we twist. Don't forget to breathe. One more breath here. And really release and let go. Let's just do some circles with our shoulders, back, and forward. And let's get ready to stand up, okay?
I hurt my feet, so I have to.
You can just stay there. Yes, you can just stay there. And yes, or you can lie down. All right, lay. This one or that one? Okay, we promise we're not gonna run over you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're fine there. Okay.
I don't care if you run over me.
Okay, so we're gonna do walking meditation, and for Sam's benefit, when we do walking meditation, we begin usually with our left foot, but we, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I like to use the bell. I'm not gonna say inhale, exhale. I'm just gonna sound the bell so our brains know where to, when to inhale and when to exhale. We're gonna start like this. We can do like 3 rounds probably, and I will let you know, and then we come back to our seated position again, okay? So take a deep inhale, exhale. Walking meditation helps us improve our balance. And it's a loving, grounding exercise. We can use it to walk outside. And it helps us slow down. Since we live in such a busy world. Feel the sensations of the soles of your feet. Sending signals to your brain and your whole body. Knowing that you're safe and supported. I'm gonna go around one more time. can find your seated position now. But I would like to invite you to stay standing for a little bit. Just here, closing your eyes or gazing to the floor, making sure that your knees are not locked. And inviting the breath consciously be part of you in this moment. You breathe in and out. Letting your body relax. While you breathe and just listen to the bell. Let the healing sound of the bell just shower your entire body. Inviting your loving energy to move through you, in you, and from you. Breathing in and breathing out as you listen to the sound of the bell. I'm gonna let you breathe here for a couple of minutes. And I would like you to bring back your intention for today's practice, our collective intention for non-judgment. Knowing that this moment is unique for each of us. We experience life through our senses and we feel, we sense, we see, we perceive life differently. Uniquely. And that is perfectly okay because that's your unique moment to moment life experience. Knowing that cultivating an attitude of non-judgment in our daily lives will bring us beautiful and fulfilling rewards of joy, of gratitude, of infinite happiness, even in the moments we find ourselves submerged in the chaos. Because we know nothing is permanent and that all shall pass, even if the storm seems to be awful at the moment. Don't let the difficulties of life distract you from being a healthier and better version of yourself. Remember to always come back home to yourself, to the breath. Breathing in and inviting Mother Earth's loving energy just to come up through the soles of our feet, all the way up to the crown of our heads. And moving it back down to the soles of our feet again. Inhale deeply and blow it out through the mouth. One more time, deep inhale. Blow it out through the mouth. One last time, deep inhale. Now I invite you to bring back your awareness into the room, opening your eyes and showing gratitude for this moment and gratitude towards yourself for taking time today. Be here now. And just show love to yourself and appreciation for being here in this moment. So just give yourself a big squeeze. You guys did it. Yes, now we can sit. Sam, we like to share our experiences after, so I'll go around with the microphone and all that. And I know Dr. Fan thinks the same way. I believe this is a great learning experience for us every time we hear the experience of everybody. And I told you the sun was gonna come out. Look over there. Yay! I know, right? Yes, the retreat. I'm so sad you couldn't make it to the retreat because we had so much fun and we did so much outside. Yes. So, yeah, a 1 day retreat here. Yeah. So I'm gonna start this way because Rachel haven't been here in a while. And it's so great to see her doing so good today. It's like, yay! So, how was practice for you today?
It was good. I typically meditate, like I try to meditate while I'm riding my horse and stuff now, so it takes up a lot of my time. But He grounds me a lot, but it definitely made me more exhausted because even when I'm trying to do it on my own, because it's summer, typically my kids are in my ear, and so it's like I'll be trying to relax, and it's like, mommy, mommy, and I'm like, just a minute, please, just a minute. So it's nice to be able to like come here where I get the whole time where I don't have to be like sometimes I think I hear that voice still, like did
Yeah,
I hear
and
did
there's
I hear
nobody there.
mommy? And
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on, no one would call me that here. So yeah, but it definitely does make it nice. I think you guys should set up another retreat again.
Yeah.
Well, my daughter had softball,
I
and
know.
I was like, because I had been so sick for so long, I was like, I'm trying to make up for a lot that I missed, and so yeah.
But you're here
So,
today, and that was
yes.
that's what matters.
Yes.
That you were able to make it today.
And hopefully I will be here next week to do it outside, weather permitting.
Yes, yes, yes. I love that. I love that. And you know that we love having you here. Well, I'm gonna move here to this side. Okay. Don't mind my crack-a-lacking, my knees are always popping everywhere. So how was today's practice for you?
Well, it's very good. It's different when I lead. Like you have the same experience as I have. When I lead, I'm always thinking. But when I don't lead and I'm being led by you, I can just totally relax and just follow the guidance and yeah, it's very nice, very nice. And I think life is full of stresses, and lately I've had quite a great deal of stress in all directions. So and without practicing every day, and even when you try to practice every day, I can tell the stress can interfere with your practice. And even when you practice daily, it's still hard when you try to practice through that stressful time, because there are so many thoughts coming and going, so many plans, in my head, and so many questions. What should I do? Did I do right, or did I do wrong? And so it my experience, like today, I was able to have more of that moments when I'm not being distracted by a lot of thought. I was able to relax.
That's great.
So
Great
thank
to
you
know.
very much.
Thanks to you. Let me move a little bit here so I can. How was your experience today being here as a first timer and practicing and sharing this moment with us? How was it for you?
Yeah, it was very nice. Thank you. Everyone's been very nice and welcoming. I appreciate that. It's a nice small group. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to try to learn to meditate more and trying different types and all that. I've done, I guess, some kind of mindfulness stuff before, but it's never really been in a group. It's good to have. I think a lot of times I would try it on my own, and I'm discovering whether it's, even if it's like a guided meditation online, maybe I should. I think maybe it's a point of humility, like just I can't figure it all out, so it's good to have some people to, whether it's in a group or whatever, someone to kind of guide, give pointers, give ideas about it, even though it's a thing I'd like to practice more. And of course, there'll be a lot of times I'd like to practice it on my own, but
Exactly.
it's very good to have a group setting in many ways. I thought it was relaxing, but it's not like I'm perfectly de-stressed. I think it's something I have to learn to do better. But I thought it was still helpful. The idea of not judging your thoughts and you just kind of let them pass. And it's very hard for me to try to not think of what else I'm going to do today.
Yes, of course.
But I think that was good to practice, just not trying to worry about it. So yeah, it was nice. Thank you.
Thanks for coming and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
It's always nice. We always love to have new people come here. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And use your cushion.
Go ahead. Okay. So many thoughts, but let's see how my monkey mind does. Okay, first. Oh yes. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
tell
wait,
you in a
wait
second.
for it. We can talk in a little bit. The other day was the chipmunks. We're like playing, and I was trying to lead the meditation, and I was like, oh, chipmunk, oh,
Yeah.
chipmunk.
I've seen things moving outside.
Oh, that was wonderful.
Yes.
I've seen him in the wood area, but not that close. That was so cool.
No.
That's why I learned of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool to see.
Yes, yeah. But when I'm not leading the meditation, I cannot sit there
Oh, see, I like sitting there and
because I know that's there, and I just, and it's too distracting. I can't. Well, Rebecca, how was practice for you today?
It was good, but I have some good news first.
Go ahead.
And it's been a month since I've been here, but my inflammation numbers cut in half, and for the first time, I'm in the lower level.
That's so
The
great.
low level.
Yay!
So when you have an autoimmune disease,
Yeah.
you get inflammation in your body that causes issues. And I was in the high level, then the medium, now I'm in the low. So
That's
it's really
super
good.
cool. I love that.
So I've been feeling better. I'm not always good at, I don't meditate every day like I should, and I know that. But I have had times where, like, if I can't sleep, I do that stretch because my hips hurt or something.
Of course.
I got up out of bed a couple of times and did the stretching meditation. That's my favorite with
Yeah.
my body pains. And then I was able to go to sleep after that. So that was really nice. And then there's been some really stressful things that's happened at work recently. And I just rolled my eyes at Gen Z, sorry. But I work with some younger people. And instead of just like getting upset or blaming myself or lashing out or anything like that, I just did my breathing. So I've been really good at like doing my breathing
Not reacting.
and trying so hard to not react.
That's
yes.
super cool. I
So,
love that.
because I'm a very reactive
I know,
person,
that's what I say. I love that. I
I will-
love that you're saying that.
I would
just
go
love
off on
it.
anybody in a second if I could, I guess. But right, Kala?
I call
Yep.
it. Kala knows.
My
That's her daughter.
So I haven't been as reactive, and with the situation that's been going on at work, I've been removed from it, and I always try to do that anyway, but I've been
Yes.
removed from it, and so yeah, it's just been fantastic. I'm not perfect with it. I don't do it every time I should, but it is still being used, and in a very practical way for me. Something else that really helps me is that whole, you can't get rid of your thoughts, kind of thing, is that because I have 5,000 thoughts always at once, that when I meditate, I can actually narrow in sometimes on one thought,
That's great.
and I actually sometimes process that thought. So I'm not totally emptying my mind, but I'm very aware of my thoughts
Yes.
and processing those thoughts and stuff. So it's really been like life-changing. And it's only been
I
I don't
love-
even know how many months, but
I love to hear that. I really love that.
February.
Since February, yes.
Oh,
Not added any more medication, but if you don't mind me sharing your story.
please do, please do.
Okay, wait for it. I need to pass this because if she's gonna share that story, everybody needs to hear it good. Yeah.
When did you first became my patient?
I
2000, I think before we moved to the new office, right? Before we moved to the new office. So maybe in 2015, 2016?
No, actually, I think you were at the new office. I think you just changed.
Just
because
changed?
the address, I think, was different online, and I had to
Yeah.
figure it out. But yeah,
Yeah.
if I can, do you mind if I say something real quickly?
Uh-huh.
Sorry. On my first visit, I took my husband with me. And the reason I did is because I've seen so many doctors that had told me that everything's fine, everything's fine. I wanted him there just to hold me afterwards to cry. So, because I was like, I know everything's going to be fine. I'm going to get the end of my rope. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then when I went in, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Rebecca has been a patient of mine since 2016, 17, thereabout. Yes. And Rebecca has, at least three medical conditions that have
Lupus,
that been
arthritis, and
fibromyalgia.
fibromyalgia.
Yes.
And anything else.
Yes. So, you know, traditional medicine, we just use medications to control the symptoms. You know, we were not taught, rheumatologists were not taught about nutrition or mindset or anything. So, that was how I was trained. So we approached it that way when Rebecca first came, and just use one medication after the next, and then 2018 I started to do more of the nutritional aspect of health, and so Rebecca was advised to go on anti-inflammatory diet. I think you noticed some improvement, not a lot.
I wasn't able to do it exactly because I'm not the one that, since I got sick, my husband's the one that cooks and buys food. So
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, yeah. So
But yes, but I did change a lot of diets, and he did add a lot of vegetables.
yeah, yeah. And so, but Rebecca has tried a number of different medications, one after another, and finally, you were on a combination of three.
And 30, like the hydroxychloroquine, Benlysta, and the Ringol.
Yes.
Yes.
So 3 medications, and I still could not get her pain under control. So your pain was always a 7 or 8 out of 10, even with a combination of 3 drugs. 7 out of 10, and poor energy, poor sleep, poor energy, poor sleep. I mean, for years, whenever she filled out that questionnaire, it would be just the same: 7, 8, poor, 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 and then we started this meditation in November of last year. And so beginning of this year, I said to Rebecca, I said, we know that meditation brings about so many health benefits. And that's the one thing you have not tried. Would you try it? Because, we know now that the mind can heal the body. So I am so glad that she took my advice and she came and joined. And so
She brought Carla
and
on
she
with
brought
her.
Carla, and Carla is her daughter, and also inherited the autoimmune things, and so because they share the same diet, right?
Yes.
They share the same environment, they share the same stress, and so they came, and I think the end of January, beginning of February, when you came.
Okay, as soon as you invited me, I was like,
Yes, and so the last follow up, you came in May. I was so glad to look at that sheet. That her pain level was rated as a 4 for the first time.
Yep.
First time in a long time, rated as a 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I always had pain.
Yeah.
Some of it is also from the hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos.
Yeah.
Also, I'm very possible. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, always, I consider 5 as my normal pain level. Like,
5 out of 10.
Yeah, so I was always a 5, and then if I felt worse, that's when I went up, but I never was able to go below. And then my last visit, I thought about it, and I was like, oh my gosh.
4.
I'm like, I don't hurt as much as I did.
And good energy and good sleep. I said, oh my God, this is all from meditation, because I didn't add any more medications. But like 10 is a worse pain, but for a few visits, Rebecca probably said, it's a 20 today.
Yep.
It was really bad time.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out of bed. For 2 years of my life before I saw her, I couldn't get out of bed. I would go to work, come home. I mean, my kids could say that they didn't even see me that much, and it was awful. And now I come downstairs, and I go outside, and I can go, like, I haven't been able to do vacations back then. Like, my family went on a trip to Florida without me, because I just did not feel good to go. And then, so now I feel like I can, like, live life.
Yes.
I can live life.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's okay if you cry
It's
too.
okay to cry. So,
We've been there too, right?
so that is an example of how meditation changes life.
But physically, it does, and we have the most beautiful stories here about that to share. That it's
But research shows that it
Yes.
does reduce inflammation. There's a research where they look at inflammatory molecules, right? Inflammatory markers in your blood before and immediately after half an hour of meditation. So they measure the TNF and IL-6, which are the common inflammatory markers. And immediately after the meditation session, the levels of these two markers already went down.
it's impressive what this can do, and
We have a lot of research.
the fact that Sean, yeah, Sean's too. Sean comes here every Saturday. He's not here today, but he's also a patient of Dr. Tran. Saturdays. Saturday, that's it, Sunday. So he couldn't even sit down with his legs crossed, like couldn't, like there was no way he could, and he's doing it. Yeah.
If you watch our videos,
If you go on the
online,
YouTube
you see
channel,
Sean
yes,
on there.
and you will see him like struggling, like, and now he just sit down and
Yeah, she cried.
yes.
So for you, it was you said you started in February, and then in May or so, like 3 months, you were already seeing.
Yeah.
How soon could you tell this like really
It was pretty quick because I didn't know how to manage my stress. And stress on the body is just really bad and can cause flare-ups and stuff like that. So for me, learning to stop and be aware of what's going on in that moment, breathing, really brought like my stress level down, even in a stressful situation. And Dr. Tran can probably tell me but yeah, it's just it didn't take long at all.
If I tell you about myself, and you'll see a photo of me of maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you'll say, nah, that's not you. Of how big I was because of the inflammation on my body. The moment I changed my diet and I started like practicing more and all that, and the better I feel. And she knows I used to go to her office and the pain was always like 7, like 6. Now I can just like, yeah. Last time I was like, I think maybe 3 or 2, because I'm not like, nothing bothers me right now, you know. And I only right now, as in right now, I'm only taking my maintenance medication, which is, and I had a very juicy cocktails of medication back then. I was in antidepressants as well, very high dose of antidepressants. And the moment, and I was able to get out of the antidepressants last year in April. And we started in May, and we started meditation with taking Vipassana classes with a Buddhist monk with Dr. Tran. And I started that maybe that was March or something like that. And by late April, May, I was out of my antidepressants. Never again. Yep. I was able to do that, and when I told her, it was like, I'm not taking this or that anymore, and I'm feeling like.
So you also started around March?
Well, I have been meditating before, and I used to practice by myself. I had a mentor before in 2016 that taught me a couple of things here and there, but probably just like you, just going on YouTube, going here and there, following through to the meditation. I'm a yoga therapist as well, and I'm an energy healer, so all goes together a little bit. And when I started like that, I really dive into it was last year in March, probably. And
like a serious.
yes, and I started practicing like daily and taking those classes weekly with the monk and all that. It was.
know how to
Doesn't, yeah. With awareness, yes.
a lot of my patients, I do meditate.
Yeah.
So, like, the same with Jasmine, she had tried to ended up
Yeah.
with lots of symptoms.
And getting
That's
steroids on my hips because my hips were like, at some point, my pain, I will describe the pain that I was having on my hips. I will tell my husband and my kids, I was like, I feel like if I move, I can just break from my hips. That's how bad the pain was.
You're like,
Yeah, that I feel like, oh, if I can just like and come apart. It was bad, and I don't have any of that anymore.
And that's why I invited Jasmine. And then I know she was a teacher, so I said, oh, I need somebody to teach other people too, so that she became the teacher. I think, guided meditation follow, but what we do here and what the monk did was to give us
Yes, the theory of it. Yeah, and that's what we are. Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. We've been trying to do here at the center as well, to provide that, theory and all that so we can, yeah, I know. She's the one that brings us the smiles and everything all the time. Well, yeah. Yes. It's just Kayla's turn and you're just No, I'm not gonna finish. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Really good thing. So I had insurance problems with getting my medication, and
Yes.
I freaked out and panicked because usually I take an injection on Wednesdays, and insurance I couldn't get that medication. And usually if I didn't inject in the morning, by mid-afternoon I wouldn't feel good. I'd feel sick.
Yeah.
This last time, because of insurance, I couldn't take it Wednesday. I had to take it Thursday, and I had to work Thursday, and I felt good. I
So
couldn't get
that
sick.
means that gradually you can wean off.
Yes.
Excuse
When
me,
I
I can't get that, but yes, I would love to do that.
Yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
that's a possibility. Look,
It's-
and
I'm
you
really
just
excited about
yes,
it, yeah.
that's awesome. That's super
Anyway,
cool.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Miss
Finish
Callan,
your time.
Okay.
how was
So-
today's practice for you after? 'Cause we haven't seen you in like a month, almost a month now. It's true. Yes.
I would say that it was good. Today I had more of like a visual journey. So while we were sitting and meditating, and I think it was when you said just imagine that like love and gratitude coming in and non-judgmental, kind of like a cartoon. I saw like a heart with legs and arms, and I'm like sitting in a house, and he just kind of walks in like, "Hey, I'm here. We're hanging out today."
That's
So then
super
we
cool.
we go and eat food, and then we're doing who knows what in the house, and then he leads me outside into this beautiful pasture, and there's water there, and there's trees, and we're just laying
That's
there,
just
and
beautiful that
the
you were
sun's
able to
shining
get
down,
there.
and
Yes.
it was really nice. And I have a question.
Yes.
Can you meditate without like knowing you're meditating? Like if you're just like sitting, doing the breathing, and then you're like thinking about something,
You
is
can
that
do it.
considered
Yes,
meditating?
you can sit and meditate without, the visualization part, or without, having to bring
I
any
think the question
props.
is it okay if she has these
Like,
thoughts
yes,
in her head?
yes,
No.
No, then I don't.
Like, so let's say I'm doing something and I'm feeling like a lot of joy of that, so I just sit
That's
and
just
enjoy the moment.
mindfulness. That's
Okay.
pure mindfulness. My first meditation mentor, and I have mentioned this before, I think at the beginning, she's like 72 years now. And I remember when I first approached her, she told me, something, the most effective way for you to meditate is by being present. And you can meditate. And the example that she gave me was doing the dishes. And I have mentioned that before. And she just said to me, while you're doing the dishes, instead of being like, I like to do this chore, whatever, focus on how the water feels in your hands, how the soap feels, how the temperature of the water, how maybe the scent of the soap, if you have a window, what's your view, all that. And I learned how to bring joy into that moment that I'm doing something that I dislike very much doing, but that I don't dislike anymore doing, because I can bring that joy into that. So you can just have that sense of being, that sense of joy that meditation brings to you, even when you are awake and aware and doing other stuff. And that's what mindfulness is about, because you're present, you're enjoying that moment. You are living that moment with full awareness and consciousness. And that's why you can experience all that joy from whatever you're doing. It can be playing a guitar, the ukulele now, or something like that. And you just find yourself like, having that same sensation that we tend to get when we are really relaxed and meditating and all that. You can attain that with mindfulness while doing everything and anything.
Okay.
Okay?
So when I do greens for the reptiles, we have
the reptiles.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
yeah.
I rescued
We have a lot of them on like every level
Uh-huh.
of our house. So I'm always kind of like, oh, I have to do this, and I have to go upstairs, and then I have to go down, and then I have to go to the basement. But I would say one thing that I do love about it is when I go to take care of the iguana, because he's been very lovely lately. And so I'll give him greens, and then he'll puff himself up and he'll close his eyes, and he's like, okay, pet me. So I'll pet him, and I can just feel all the love from him. And sometimes he'll let me pick him up, and I can go sit down, and I'll just sit down and just enjoy the moment. And I'll do like the breathing and just
And you know
focus
that
on
probably
the love.
he's been more loving and more calm and more of that because you are doing that. Yesterday, while we were there, I explained to one of the girls at the Brownsburg library. She asked me something about how her cat is very anxious and all that, and how she is starting to like put like music, like noises, like burn noises and this and that, trying to see if it calms her down. And I said, you know what you need to do? Practice what you learned today with her on your lap or close to your heart while you're petting her, because that way you can pass all that beautiful energy, all the benefits that you are receiving, since we're energy and we're all connected, that will pass to the iguana as well. And that will definitely make it more calm in many, many ways.
I'm a vet assistant, and so I swear the anxiety in animals is 90%.
Oh, yes.
90%. They're like, can I have my dog a Prozac? And I'm
Yes.
like, we need to be on it, but
Exactly. Yes.
I don't say that, of course.
Well, what about you? Yes, finally. You want to come a little bit forward, or should I just go? Okay. Okay. So how was practice for you today? Because you haven't been here.
It was good.
It was good.
Yes, and also I have something important to tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to lead a class again,
Okay.
but I want to lead the whole thing this time.
Oh, okay. So we can plan that, and probably, let's see, maybe next Saturday you can do that. All right. That's perfect, and I do love that very much. Yeah. Last time she did really, really good.
Looking forward to it.
Right? Yeah, it was very relaxing. Even I was like, well, Sam, this is our practice usually on Saturdays. Sometimes there's more people, sometimes there's less. But we always share the love, we always share the energy, and we make sure that everybody leaves this place with a joyful and grateful heart and a smile on their faces. So yesterday also I was able to participate in an event in Noblesville that was yoga at the square. I think it was that cold or something like that. And we visited the Shine Yoga and Wellness Studio. They gave me this beautiful shirt, and I was like, yeah, I'm wearing it tomorrow because I'm leading the meditation. Yes, and we did yoga at the lawn. But it's not that we did yoga. We did yoga led by Tara Stiles, famous public figure and yogi. And Jean Paul was filming for them to create a recap video of the event. And he didn't know the excitement that I was experiencing of knowing that that woman was there, and I was like, oh my God. And when we finished, she just came to me, met me. She came to meet me because I was the wife of the videographer, And I was like, yeah, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, at the end of it, we were able to just talk a little bit and share a little bit. She was like signing her last book there as well. And it's amazing, the community you can build when we come together and we just come together and share this type of interest. And I believe the more we do this with the younger generations, the better our society and our world will be. Me too. They've been pretty much busy because they're doing marching band and yeah, I know. We'll see, because mines are doing that, and it's like insane. The competitions, the exhaustion of the practices is like crazy, but they sign up for that. They love doing that. Mine loves to march with that trombone, and she's so tiny. You have seen her. So it's amazing how that tiny woman can just march with that trombone long distances and move and dance and do stuff. I'm like, okay. But she's been doing that since young and playing that trombone since she's in 6th grade. So she's going to college now. So with that said, I want to say thank you to each of you that are here in person, and thank you to the people watching us on YouTube as well. Remember to always think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts and speak kind words, and always have a grateful heart. Namaste. We'll see you with fun for today.